Good morning, children. We are going to start with the second term portion now. And today's session I'm going to take English for 7th standard. That's poem I'm going to take now for you all children. Page number 101. Those who have the book can take page number 101. And those who don't have the book, please buy the book, children. The books are available in our school, okay? Now the poem of adventure. So the poem name is The Poem of Adventure. Now, see the page number 101, they have asked some questions. Before going to the poem, we'll see these questions. Why do we need adventure in life? That is, adventures, that is to be confident and then to be self-aware also. So you will need adventure in life. Now, do you like adventures? Why they have asked. So do you like adventures, children? Yes. Yes. Why do you like? Because it's very thrilling. So நம்ம எந்த adventure நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிட்டாலும் அது எப்படி இருக்கும் நமக்கு த்ரில்லிங்காக இருக்கும். For example, see the pictures here. So they are coming the parachute அவங்க எடுத்து போகிறாங்க, இந்த மாதிரியெல்லாம் இருக்குது நிறைய. அவங்க போயிருங்க mountain climbing, இது எல்லாமே வந்து adventures தான் இல்லையா? Then, why does the NCC conduct adventure activities? Why, children? So they conduct adventure activities for the leadership skills, okay, and to enhance their characters and activities also. So that only the NCC conduct adventure activities. Now we'll go to the poem, children. So what is the poem is? First line, deep inside the mountain, the adventures hide themselves. They are all forms and shapes. That is, the poet describes about the adventures that hide themselves deep inside the mountain. So that is, the poet, children, describes about the what adventures that hide themselves deep, hide in a deep inside the mountains, and they're all different forms of types of forms and shapes. That is, deep inside the mountain, deep inside the mountain, the adventures hide themselves, okay, hide themselves. They are all forms and shapes. They are all forms and shapes. Okay, children, that is, the poet described about the adventures that hide themselves deep inside the forms, they are deep inside the mountains, and there are a lot of types of forms and shapes. And they have an excellent ending because those that live their lives in adventure see the world in an extraordinary special way. That is, all these adventures have an excellent ending. Okay, excellent means super excellent ending. Those that live in adventurous life see the world in extraordinary special way. Extraordinary number special so they have an excellent ending, and they have live adventurous life and see the world in an extraordinary special way. So இப்போ நம்ம வந்து நம்மள parachute-ல போக முடியாது, இல்ல mountain climbing நம்மனால அது பண்றது இல்ல. பட் அவங்க எல்லாம் பண்றது அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அவங்க வேர்ல்ட் வந்து அவங்க டிஃபரண்டாவே அவ்வளவு அழகா பார்க்கறாங்க in a special extraordinary way. Okay, children? So they have an excellent ending. They all have an excellent ending. Okay, children, they all have an excellent ending because those that live their lives, that live their lives in adventure. Okay, they live their life in adventure. So it's a excellent ending for them, and they see the world in an extraordinary special way. See the world in an extraordinary, okay, extraordinary special way. Extraordinary special way. Okay, children, that is, they have an excellent ending, and those who live their life in an those who live their adventurous life, and they see the world in an excellent way. Okay, children. Now next, to attract the adventures into the patterns of habit, you only need to close your eyes and ask them to embrace you. That is, adventures are attracted to become a patterns of habit, and you just have to close your eyes and ask the adventures to embrace you. Okay, children, they ask the adventures what you should do to embrace you. So to attract the adventures, to attract the adventures into the patterns of habit, you only need to close your eyes. You have to close your eyes. You only need to close your eyes. Close your eyes, and what you have to do, and ask them to, and ask the adventures to embrace you, and ask them to embrace you. Okay, children? Now next, you can also imagine that you are transparent and feel the wind stream through you instead of going against you. You can imagine that you're clear, you're to have a clear mind. Transparent means you're clear in mind, and when feel the wind stream means passing. Wind means, wind stream passing through you instead of going against you. It should pass through you, not against you. Okay? You can also imagine, imagine that you are transparent, that you are transparent and feel the wind stream through you. Stream means that is pass through you. Stream through you. So that is, you can also imagine that you are transparent, that you are clear in mind, and you feel that the wind pass through you instead of going against you. Okay? Instead of going against you. Okay, children? Do you understand till here? Then next. Or imagine there are tiny little wings on your back. Wings in another you can imagine. Imagine பண்ணிக்க யோசிக்கிறது. Okay? Imagine that there are tiny little wings on your back, and every time you take a new step, you bounce a bit. That is, you can take a step little bit in joy. Enjoy na sandosham. Okay? You can take a new step. You put a new, that is so that when you take up an adventure, you put a new step, you seem to jump a little bit in joy. Bounce that jump. Okay? To jump little bit in joy. Sandoshama nama jump pandrom illaya. If we have wings on your back, namakku eppadi irukum? Sandoshama irukum illaya. So, or imagine there are little tiny wings on your back, and every time you take a new step, you bounce a bit. So that is so that when you take up an adventure and put a new step in front, you seem to jump a little bit into, seem to be happy or jumping little bit in joy. So, or imagine there are tiny little wings on your back. And every time you take a new step, you bounce a bit. Bounce means jump a bit. Okay? And every time you take a new step, you bounce a bit. Okay? You bounce a bit. Okay? And next, so the next line is, may life itself is one big adventure. Let your life be a big adventure. If only you have the correct shades on it, that is, if you have a exact shade on us, okay, your life be a big adventure, and you have an exact or the correct shade on us. Okay? Maybe life itself is one big adventure if only you have the correct shades. Okay, children? So, who has written this? George Crocus. Okay, this is the author of the poem. So, maybe a life itself is one being adventure, your life being a big adventure, and you have the exact shades on us. Okay, children? So, once again, we'll see deep inside the mountain, the adventures hide themselves. They are all forms and shapes. That is, the poet describes about the adventures which hide themselves deep inside the mountain. They are all types of forms and shades. And they all have an excellent ending because those that live their lives in adventure see the world in an extraordinary special way. So they have an excellent ending who lives an adventurous life and they see the world in an extraordinary special way. To attract the adventures into the patterns of habit, you only need to close your eyes and ask them to embrace you. That is, you have the adventures, you just have to close your eyes and ask the adventures to embrace you. You can also imagine that you are transparent. Transparent means what is it? You are clear in mind and feel the wind stream through, that is pass through you instead of going against you. Or imagine there are tiny little wings on your back. Okay, the little wings on your back, and every time you take a new step, you bounce a bit. Bounce means you jump. Okay, jump in a lot of joy. And maybe life itself a big adventure. Life is a big adventure for you, and if only you have the correct shade, that is, you have the exact shades on us. Okay, children, did you understand this poem? Now, we will see the meanings for this poem. So, take down in your notebook, children. So, all this what you are taking in your notebook is important. You have to learn for your exam. This will not be given again for you. So, you have to write in an English notebook. Take down if you have an English notebook. I think the notebook is given for you. Take your English notebook and take down in this. Okay. Take down neatly without making any mistakes, and this will be coming in the exam for you children. Okay, so don't make mistakes and please write it in your notebooks. So it's a poem. First we go to the meanings. So first one, lands. A long weapon with a wooden shaft and a pointed steel head, formerly used by a horseman in charging. Okay, children. So this is the first one. Then second, cavalry. The medieval knightly system with its religious, moral and social side and social code. Take down in your notebook, children. You have to learn for exam. This will not be given again for you. So take down. Abated, unpleasant, impressions, feelings, then exploits, adventure, adroit, clever or skillful. Have you taken down this, children? Now next we will go to the read the lines and answer the questions. We have to go. Okay, this meaning's over. Have all taken down, children? So next we'll go to it is page number 104. Read the lines and answer the questions. So write first, deep inside the mountain, deep inside the mountains, the adventures hide themselves. So this is, so question is, where do adventures hide? Where do adventures hide is the question. So the answer is, the adventures hide deep inside the mountain. Adventures hide deep inside the mountain. Okay, children, this is the first one. And then second, they are all forms and shapes. They are all forms and shapes. They all have an excellent ending. Okay, so what do have an excellent ending? Question is, what do have an excellent ending? Okay, the answer is, adventures have an excellent ending. Adventures have an excellent ending. Okay, children, this is the second one. Third one, when to fight for a righteous cause. One did gain considerable applause. So question is, when will one get an applause? When will one get an applause. So the answer is, if one fights for a righteous cause, one will get an applause. One will get an applause. Okay, children? This is the third one. Next, fourth one is, and in fighting for their country, faith and king, noble impressions on people's mind would ring. And the question is, what does noble impression mean? What does noble impression mean? Okay, children, so what will be the answer? Noble impression is a good opinion. Noble impression is a good opinion. Okay, children? Now, B. That is, who can leave a noble impression? Who can leave a noble impression? Okay? The answer is, knights fighting for their country. Knights fighting for their country. Faith and the king. Can leave a noble impression on people's mind. So the last question, children. Now the last question is, there are many legends. Based on their heroic exploits. A legacy of tales. Which have been told with much adroit. Okay, children. Now the question is, what does heroic exploits mean? Okay, this is a question. The answer is, heroic exploits mean exploits, mean daring adventure, daring adventures. And the last one, what are legends? What are legends? So answer is, legends are traditional stories. Legends are traditional stories. So we have finished this, children. In the next class, we'll continue with the answer briefly and think and answer, children. Thank you.